Jonas just checked back in.
You can play through Jonas right now, too. You can play through Jonas.
Jonas from it. Brandon with contact. Oh, and the hammer!
Or B.I. can turn the corner and dunk on Phoenix's head.
Once again, showing not only can he make mid-range shots, but he's got the power at the rim to finish.
It'll be Ingram up against O'Neal. They'll get it to Brandon. Brandon with 2 on the clock for the win.
Yes,
Got it! 2/10 of a second to go. Timeout, Utah. Brandon Ingram coming through the press run again.
Do your thing, B.I.
Catch and shoot as we watch the replay.
I tell you what did we say in the beginning of the game? Because the way the Utah Jazz guard that pick and roll, Brandon Ingram understands. You can put Royce O'Neal on me. You can put Bogdanovich on me. You can put Joe Ingles on me. I can still get to my spot and elevate. He has been fantastic this game and even better in the second.
They've gone deep. OKC's already played 10 guys. Now, Brandon on the screen, go hard. He will! The hammer.
I love Brandon Ingram initiating the offense. I love him facilitating the offense. Starting the offense. This is the previous possession.
He's 8th in the league in assists right now. He brings Pirtle away from the basket. Good turn. Brandon Ingram on the hammer. Not a bad way to start the night.
You can see he felt Keldon Johnson's elbow on his back and then used it against him. Spun right off him. Ain't nobody going to get there in time.
Good go along with 7 points. Nice crossover. Brandon Ingram on the
He cuts Zaire Williams looking. Good finish by Herb. You see, quick change of direction. Elasticity to the rim. Excellent finish by Brandon Ingram.
Brandon can get there. And he will with the hammer. That'll quiet him down. 77-69. He had the crease.
It's his strongest too. Watch it turn the corner on Taurean Prince. And the Edwards said, I'm going to meet you at the apex. Brandon Ingram says, no, you are not.
And Jose forced the miss. He was worried about a charge. Good job. Now going right by Williams. Brandon Ingram on the hammer. That's a way to get it back in place.
Hey, Joe, you want to see a dead body? Poster. That's nice by Brandon Ingram. Again, the emphasis has to be on attacking that rim with bad intentions.
Here comes the pick. Sharing it.
Watch out.
Ingram.
Watch out.
Watch the hammer. Embiid got out of the way, didn't he?
He was not going to pick up his 3rd foul. You got to get out here. Next time down, he takes 2 with him, drops it off to B.I. for the finish.
6 of 9 shooting to start the game. Got to get stops. Gary Clark about to check into the game for the Pels. And Brandon Ingram goes hard to the hole. That was a statement.
If they were going to switch this pick and roll and put a big out there on Brandon Ingram, as Shaq would say, barbecue chicken.
49% for the Sixers. Ingram up against and spins on Title for the hammer. Timeout, Doc Rivers.
See him kick up his aggressiveness because his team will need it in the 4th quarter.
5-1 lead for the Pels. As Kidd is now 3 of 4 at the free throw line. On the take, Brandon Ingram hammers it home.
Sits on the bench right now for this franchise and a major piece. Oh, a major body cut by Brandon Ingram.
One on the floor for
Gotta go.
the Oklahoma City Thunder that can guard Brandon Ingram. No one.
And he gets the
There's
rep
no
for
one on the
hammer.
floor that can guard Brandon Ingram right now, and he knows that. About the 4 for 21 performance that he had against the Lakers, and he is aggressive tonight. I love it.
Postseason this year, we'll see, but he's coming back better next year.
Ingram flushes it down and then lands on the shoulders of Jimmy Butler.
Handle so much tighter, so much more confident. Easy work.
So Draymond Green with 6 points, 9 assists, and Brandon Ingram. Man, did he sail and elevate his wingspan, isn't it?
Yeah, that is impressive.
So Ingram going to the free throw line. He leads the Pels with 14. Longtime TV voice for almost 50 years now. And he loves being and how about Ingram on the floater and the foul?
Did you say floater?
You got it.
That ain't no floater.
Oh, put it this way. It was a finger roll of anything.
That's a dunk.
It's like it comes out of his left hand.
That is a dunk.
Yeah,
That's a dunk.
Well, That's not a traditional dunk, put it that way.
No, it ain't traditional because he's jumping over a dude that's 6'10", 280.
Yeah, I like the
That's
left
impressive.
hand.
That is impressive.
For the Australian Fire, the relief effort in Australia. Ingram on the run, all the way there, and the hammer with the left hand over Gobert.
It's always fascinating to me to watch Redick just move, just track his movements on either side. Ingram, little reverse. What a finish by Brandon Ingram.
Ingram off the dribble. Feed inside, another perfect pass, and Williamson another dunk. Terry Stotts wants timeout.
A sign of great improvement by a natural scorer.
They're really missing Bojan Bogdanovic, but to stay in the game and give themselves a chance, they've got to take care of the ball.
Brandon Ingram, the hezzy.
Answer for this guy all year. He had 49 the last time they played when they beat him in overtime in New Orleans. He's averaged 39 against them in 3 years, and he's starting to go off again right now.
Go to Pelicans.com/tickets. Pelicans.com/tickets. JJ, they funnel him to
Good
market.
cut by Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
Good cut by
throwing it
Brandon
down.
Ingram. You saw that in advance.
Peels back, 5 to shoot. Ball gives it up. Ingram launches and hits.
Spent a lot of time trying to get that matchup right there, the Zion. They don't. And you now, if you're Brandon Ingram, after you know they're looking at Zion, under duress of the shot clock and pressure of the game.
Josh Hart. Out to Brandon Ingram. Lets it fly. Fouled! Counted and one.
In his game, you want to know where he is, you can find him at the practice facility. Great concentration as Courtney Lee gets into his landing area.
And he's shooting a career high.
It's 1985 when the Cavaliers started 6-22 and still made the playoffs. I mean, it's a pretty good turnaround after that brutal start. Williamson finishes after the Ingram dish. Timeout.
It's good offense. Favors locates, finds the cutting Ingram, and the touch pass for the layup.
It just goes to what Alvin just said in that soundbite.
Counter for Ingram. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Bryn having to get through multiple defenders, one of whom is Dwight Howard. I mean, that's a big-time move.
The league returning now that we're here. And he said, look, Chris, I want to make sure the focus is on what we talked about earlier. He texted me a statement saying, it's a blessing to be able to be back doing what we love with everything that's going on. But more importantly, to be able to use our platform.
Pels had only 9 attempts, only 8 attempts in the first half, and there was a good flow to the game.
That's a nice
over
read.
the top. And he's going to front Brandon Ingram right, and a mismatch to boot.
To make his teammates better. This young man has endured so much criticism.
Lazary, the owner of the Bucks, and Michael Jordan got together, and Michael gave Mr. Lazary some advice here. He said, focus on winning a championship, not how many wins you get. And Lazary turned around and said to Michael Jordan before the All-Star break, as we see Brandon Ingram breaking down DiVincenzo, is that the Buck.
And Ingram takes it away from behind after the miss. Now Lonzo with Brandon wide open on the arc. Yes!
That is a beautiful
Count
play.
it, and a foul.
Watch, the moment he got that basketball, he kicked it ahead and made it a 2-on-1 situation, which now freed him up for 3.
Back to 16. So it's an 18-9 start to the second half of the Pels. Brandon Ingram all the way to the rack. You saw that coming with the All-Star.
Look at that. That is, as you say, extension. And I'll say elasticity.
Off the turnover. Holiday on the kick, ball movement. Ingram just had a huge dunk, and he will do it again with a drive to the rim.
Well, what's opened up? Very good.
Foul is called on the outside against.
Orleans in possession. Ingram running off the pick, gets inside for the one-hander. It's good, and the foul.
The play, look at this, come off the pick and roll. Now you have Favors going down. Ibaka can't help. So when you go into the pump fake, you know that you have.
And Pirtle guarding Zion Williamson, playing with 5 personal fouls. Pirtle's done a decent job on him. Ingram, beautiful step back. Cans the three-pointer.
Just off the charts. Pick and roll, step back between the legs.
Handle the expectations, fit in around veterans. Like, there's a lot on this young man's shoulders.
3-ball is good. Plus, they're going to say that Tucker hit the foot of Ingram.
In terms of his efficiency. So just a little handoff from Josh
While the Pelicans on the road are 6-13. Ingram launches a three. Ingram tiptoes inside and gets the layup.
Rehab the upper body. Kind of open up.
And it's interesting because you can't teach what Jang has, which is length.
Right.
Now the long pass, great catch.
That's a good pass.
Brandon Ingram on the bank. Count it.
Yesterday, in our player spotlight,
The virtual fans have stepped it up here in the second half.
And so have the Pelicans. Their energy and their effort is much better.
Great look by Ingram. The dunk by Hayes, and it's a 10-point game.
Your speed and play your competitors. J.J. Redick chases it down. Jackson Hayes runs the floor, and
here, Lonzo recognized ahead of time that he had Brandon Ingram with Napier. Now you just have to read.
Clear out on the mismatch. And Ingram going to the rack. Oh, man. He showed some patience, didn't he?
He did. Look at the patience here by Ingram. Okay, dribble, no help. Powell comes over late. Let me use my length. Beautiful spin move here. Up with the left.
See what's out of the timeout for the Utah Jazz of Quinn Snyder, one of the better young coaches in the NBA. It's a perfect setup. And blocked from behind by Brandon Ingram.
Represents his hometown 4 seasons plus with the Wizards. Ingram drives off that baseline, aggressively gets it to go.
Look at the aggressiveness right here. Just takes Booker off, goes right through with contact.
Pels have 2 starters in double figures. At 11 apiece, Brandon Ingram, who's got it now, setting it up nicely for Drew Holiday's good look in the corner. Yes!
4.6 seconds coming back. Good dribble penetration by B.I. Drew taking his time, getting his feet set.
Ingram fakes. Now on the pull-up. Got it at the buzzer. Brandon Ingram continues his roll. Pierce, what a breakout season Brandon Ingram has had. 7 of 9 from the field. He's got 17. And the Pelicans, a 6-point lead after 2 quarters here at the Garden.
Man, we love this game. It causes you a lot of pain.
And Zion again from the baseline. Virtually uncontested bucket.
Man, look at, just the athleticism.
That's exactly what he's slowing down to do.
There you go.
It's a good look.
And right back to him. Ingram got there and got clipped on the way by Gorky Chang.
Really got it going in the second half. You right here, you talk about the patience. You just said rise over Jeff Teague. He did. Good attempt. He was the only one.
Missing 29 points. Backdoor lob, not even close by Rodney Hood. Now, Williams running the floor. Nobody stopped the basketball. Brandon Ingram on the slam. Timeout, Terry.
That'll force the timeout. Get Brandon Ingram back on the floor because these plays was missed the last 4 games.
Alexander Walker slapped away from behind. Now Norman Powell on the attack and denied.
Effort.
Good effort to get back into the play. Go Tigers. God, end that losing streak to
Good
Alabama.
effort by Brandon Ingram. That effort wasn't there in the first half by this Pelicans team.
Ingram, ball fake on Allen, hangs and hits. Chance at a 3-point play.
Element of Ingram. He even though he's a little on the slender side, he still has that height, he still has that length and the strength to be able to go through this contact. Good pump fake and just jumps in there, gets an easy and.
His pass is picked off by Holiday. Ingram stuffs. Timeout Denver. Through the rim.
And the switch. Now, working against Maxi Kleber. Step back. It got there. Long 2. Tied it.
But it's met by Holiday. Holiday, beautiful pass. The lead for Ingram took a shot to the head as he put it down.
The other end, Brandon Ingram gets fouled by his teammate Okafor, who didn't know he was coming in behind the back. Look at this.
It'll be Zach LaVine. Neither team can do anything offensively. Pels are shooting 31%, 25%. Derek Favors from Brandon Ingram. You said good pass. Move off the ball, you'll be rewarded.
Yes, and you can see what Lauri Markkanen did.
Ingram
Oh, back door, and there's Ball with the dunk, and the Pelicans take the lead.
And you see a back cut right there. Lonzo Ball goes up, says, "Don't jump with me."
It's back to a two-possession
game. Now you take your time. Now you take your time.
Brandon gets the triple. Incredible.
You kick it up in transition, that's right in rhythm.
Wants to go to Brandon Ingram. He's got an early seal on Caldwell Pope. And the little fall away gets the roll.
With Brandon Ingram over a smaller Caldwell Pope. Good finish at the rim.
6-0 run for the Pels. Bryant, this is not his game. And that's why. Lonzo Ball tapped it away. Brandon Ingram. And points off a takeaway. Capitalized. 7-5. Washington by 2 early.
Know that you're going to get out of J.J. Redick. He does his homework. So he understands guys' tendencies.
He's being played and taking what the defense is giving him.
Eachron Moore takes it away from T.J. McConnell. Will there be points off the turnover? Ingram with Josh Hart, same result.
So
this
is two really good reads by Brandon Ingram, both to Josh Hart in the corner.
You know, we talk about the evolution of...
So on a 9-0 run, 7-point game and 2.5 to play. Ingram, he got the best of Big Dog's son. Yes!
Yes, sir.
11 straight and the foul.
Playing through contact and finishing with strength.
You're at Georgetown. He was built like a brick wall. And for a program that defined itself by defense, he was perfect for the Hoyas.
No doubt. And one. Brandon Ingram with the layup and the foul.
Now 11 of 15. Brooklyn is 11 of 15 shooting because they haven't settled. It'll be Brandon Ingram hard to the hole.
That's recognizing that Jared Allen is guarding someone at the three-point line.
It was meant for him. Drew Holiday's jersey. Ingram on the run out. Johnson got him. And Brandon stays with it.
He's extremely aggressive. And every time down right now, B.I. is asking for the ball.
That guy, though, is red hot. Brandon Ingram, the difference in a 5-point lead for the Pels.
Later went on to become the head coach of the Austin Spurs, their G League team. Here's Ingram on the wing. Great footwork and tremendous finish.
Each one with Derek Favors. Didn't take the early three. Brandon Ingram going to the hole. And
that's a lot of contact for there to be no call. Took what they gave him. They're icing the pick and roll, which means forcing it away from the screen, which gave him a free run to the rim.
So they're going to look.
Where they're checking it for a flagrant.
Ingram, baseline jumper is good. Brandon Ingram with a couple of buckets here to begin the third. He's in double figures.
Coast to coast he goes. Redick gives it up. Ingram, nice.
He's back in high school, but then in transition. This is something that Ingram has been able to do.
Half minutes left here in the opening half. Brandon Ingram wiggling his way to the elbow and now into the paint. The turn, he's able to convert.
Get with some aggressive drives to the basket. Love to see that. He aggressively jams one with the right hand. The Bulls, but first a Bulls timeout as you look at Ingram punish the rim.
9 points.
Ingram off the back. Oh, that's a pretty fake. Splash, Brandon Ingram.
To be patient enough and then square up, and again the catch and shoot game.
Oh, Ingram. Baseline drive and a two-handed jam. Flush.
Well, against great defensive teams, you want to attack against them before they're able to get set.
Malika, what did Jenkins say at halftime to the Grizzlies?
He essentially said, guys, we are right there. We are still in this. We need to stay focused.
3-point lead for Golden State. They were up by as many as 12 to start the second half. Now Brandon Ingram puts his body into Looney and goes to the line looking to tie things up.
What he does, he sees a mismatch and he's going to attack him. Put your shoulder into his chest, which takes away his ability to block that shot, and then finish with strength. Excellent move by B.I. at the rim.
Gotten tremendous production from that spot.
Eubanks with 11, Pirtle with 12. Ingram muscles that one up and in.
Pels are giving up points, 19 already. And Brandon Ingram, good idea, right on top of Russell's head.
Tall ball.
Man.
Tall ball.
What about the Laker game, too? They didn't commit fouls. They didn't put them in the bonus.
You like this. B.I. in transition and scores.
It calls for it, working against Brandon Clark. Nice pass and finish and one. Brandon Ingram. J.J. Redick.
There's no such thing as, rim protection has become overrated.
Make it 40 points in the paint.
The secondary ball handler, the way the ball moves. You see Danny Green coming back on the floor. Ingram. Right at the end of the first quarter. Counted.
Brandon Ingram. Well, that time it just kind of lost out of his hands. His hand did come off of the ball. It didn't stay connected. So if they don't call it, it's not a foul. It's not a... But it's a basket for Ingram.
They've got the switch inside. It's Zion. And now Brandon Ingram into the shot clock. Good look. And Brandon Ingram only took, I said to you at the break,
Four shot. Outside the arc against the Mavericks, they made 9 threes in the first quarter to tie a franchise record, but then they only made 7 more the rest of the game.
Yeah, in a lot of those.
Brandon Ingram putting Osman on skates, who's reaching regularly. And over Osman, it's that kind of night. I mean it. Brandon Ingram's now 8 of 10. He's got 21 points and 5 assists.
Halftime, the moment the Pels started playing defense was a great opportunity for them to open this game up.
They're playing the long game with Zion Williamson. So he sits down. They lead by 4 as we approach the midway point. Ingram has made so many big shots for the Pelicans this year.
39-31. It'll be a deep 3. Ingram. Yes. There you go. Brandon's first bucket on his 3rd try. Go to the free throw line, but good to see him on the board from deep.
And I'd like to see those two guys working together to develop some of that chemistry. That's going to be needed throughout the course of this season. Big shot by B.I.
Game is their biggest lead.
If he's knocking that shot down as a team, good pass.
Great pass. Lonzo Ball on the dime. Brandon Ingram on the finish. 4-point game. 19 and 10 a game.
It's a good pick and roll right there. And it's just a good read.
Ingram against Anderson off the favor screen. A long 2 on the way. He's in a good groove right now.
On the big fella.
Here's Ingram down. And count it. And 1 for Brandon Ingram.
Dribble, get into the paint. He's stronger now. He can finish that shot. He didn't finish that early in his career a couple years ago with the Lakers, but now.
I'm not going to the rim to shoot floaters. I'm going to the rim to attack you. Backhand going to the rim to attack you. I love the mentality
of him. There's the shove.
That's a good finish, man. That's a good finish. Back-to-back finishes. We didn't get an opportunity to replay the last one.
And blocked away by Brandon Ingram. Good timing. Help defense. Ingram sets it up. Frank Jackson, great look. He closes on that one.
Again, that's B.I. collapsing the defense. When you're doing what he's doing offensively, you're going to warrant a lot of attention. He just makes excellent decisions with that basketball.
Admire so much about what he does. And listen, he is not, they're still explosive athletically, but Mike, he's not the guy he was 10 years ago. Manufacture your own energy here. We're seeing that from the benches time and time again.
Ingram trying to manufacture his own offense. Left all alone on the baseline. Holiday right at the end of the shot clock.
Have to get serious about stopping the ball on the drive individually and giving each other better help.
Ingram buries it from the corner.